The Young and the Restless. Spoilers full. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautiful day, but our minds are absolutely in the gutter because the tea we have today is scorching hot. Grab your iced coffees and strap in, because we are about to dive into the most chaotic, unhinged mess Genoa City has ever seen. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right this very second. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now, because my brain is genuinely short-circuiting and I cannot process the absolute cinematic mayhem that is unfolding on our screen. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of what is happening. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I am legit hyperventilating right now, because this is not just drama. This is a high-octane psychological masterpiece where the stakes are astronomical, and I am personally victimized by the writers. Besties, let me flash back to the absolute mess I was in while witnessing this. I was mid-skincare, okay? I had a charcoal mask on my face. I was holding my little jade roller, and when I realized what Dr. Lawrence Markham and Victor Newman were about to do, I literally had to yeet my phone across the room. I smeared charcoal mask all over my pristine cream-colored rug. It is ruined, but I don't even care, because the Abbott family is about to be wiped off the map and we are spiraling over their choices. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Let me set the scene, because we are invested. So Dr. Lawrence Markham, who is officially on my do not perceive list, I am so done with this man, is currently on the run. He is sweating. He is panicking. He is basically a cornered rat. Jack Abbott is absolutely feral right now. Jack is hunting Markham down with the kind of blinding, unhinged rage that is genuinely terrifying. Jack wants blood because Markham kidnapped Diane. He messed with Abby and Dominic, and he is a straight-up monster. Jack is out here acting like Liam Neeson in Taken, and Markham is legit terrified that he is going to be arrested or worse. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, Markham knows that Victor Newman is also hunting him because, hello, Markham messed with Victor's granddaughter and great-grandson. You do not poke the bear. That is Victor Newman. But here is where the tea gets so insanely piping hot that it is melting through the cup. Markham, in his desperate, sweaty, pathetic state, realizes that he and Victor share a common enemy, and that enemy is Jack Abbott. Bestie, be for real right now. Markham actually has a way to contact Victor. The sheer unmitigated gall of this man to pick up a burner phone or whatever sketchy encrypted app he is using and dial the mustache himself. I am genuinely unwell thinking about this phone call. Picture it. Victor sitting in his dark, moody office, which is honestly so unhinged. Why is it always so dark in there? Does Newman Enterprises not pay the electric bill? The lighting is giving major supervillain aesthetic, and don't even get me started on the vibes of that leather chair. Anyway, snapping back to the main tea, Victor is sitting there, and he gets a message from Markham. Markham is terrified of getting caught by Jack. Jack is turning over every single rock in Genoa City to find this psycho. But Markham is like, wait, Victor hates Jack just as much as I do, and he is right. Victor and Jack have been locked in this toxic, decades-long feud that is basically the foundation of Genoa City. Victor wants the Abbott family completely shattered. He wants them ruined, destitute, and crying in the streets. So Markham pitches the ultimate devil's bargain. Let's team up and destroy Jack Abbott. I am glitching. Okay. Wait, My brain is buffering for a second before snapping back to the main event. How on earth are they going to pull this off? We are talking about a literal murder plot. Markham and Victor know that they cannot just play games anymore. Jack is too angry, too focused. If they don't take Jack out, Jack is going to take Markham down, and Jack might just take Victor down with him if he finds out Victor had any hand in the recent chaos. They need to be clear-headed. They need to be cold, calculating, and absolutely ruthless. So how are they going to kill Jack Abbott? I am pacing my living room like a madwoman trying to figure this out, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because I'm calling it the villain arc is about to go nuclear. Are they going to poison him? Markham is a doctor, right? A totally corrupt, twisted psychiatrist, but he has access to meds. Could they slip something into Jack's drink at the GCAC? Make it look like a massive heart attack. Jack has been under so much stress lately with Diane being kidnapped and Patty Williams blackmailing him for sex, which, ew, gag. I cannot even think about Patty without wanting to bleach my brain. Wait, I'm going off on a tangent again. Did you guys notice the weird background noise in that one scene at the Abbott mansion? It sounded like a ticking clock, and it was so loud, it was giving me Edgar Allan Poe Telltale Heart vibes. It was so aesthetic, but so creepy. Okay, back to the murder plot. If they don't use poison, what if they stage an accident? We all know Diane's car was supposedly run off the road or whatever when she was ambushed. What if they tamper with Jack's brakes? Imagine Jack driving down those winding Genoa City roads in the middle of a thunderstorm, completely losing control of his car. But no, Victor Newman is too smart for a basic car crash. Victor is going to want this to look completely natural, or he is going to want to frame someone else entirely. What if Victor uses Markham to kill Jack, and then Victor immediately turns around and throws Markham to the wolves? Yes, oh my God. I am literally a genius for thinking of this. Victor does not care about Markham. Victor is using Markham as a pawn. Victor will let Markham do the dirty work, let Markham inject Jack with some untraceable toxin, and then Victor will hand Markham over to the police on a silver platter. Victor gets rid of Jack, Victor gets rid of Markham, and Victor keeps his own hands completely clean. I am screaming into a pillow right now because the sheer manipulation of it all is too much for my fragile heart. And think about the fallout, besties. If Jack dies, the Abbott family will literally disintegrate. Tracy will be absolutely destroyed. Ashley is already feral and unhinged over Abby and Dominic being kidnapped. If she loses Jack, she will straight up burn Genoa City to the ground. And Kyle is already making secret, dangerous deals with Patty Williams in jail to get revenge on Victor. If Kyle finds out Victor had a hand in Jack's death, Kyle will go full villain mode. The Abbott family will be completely torn apart, which is exactly what Victor and Markham want. I am genuinely hyperventilating right now. Let me just do some breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale. Okay. No, it's not working. I am still way too hyped. The absolute cinematic drama of Markham sitting in some dingy, dark motel room, sweating through his cheap suit, clutching his phone, and whispering to Victor Newman about how they are going to end Jack Abbott's life. And Victor, with that deep, rumbling voice, just saying, "You leave Jack Abbott to me. Gills, I am unwell." And what about Diane? Diane is already paranoid, terrified, and digging too deep into this whole mystery. If Jack gets murdered right under her nose, she is going to lose whatever tiny grip on reality she has left. She and Jack just reunited. She is acting as his nurse. They are supposed to be healing, but no. The writers are like, let's introduce a lethal alliance between a psychotic fake doctor and a billionaire megalomaniac. Wait, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but what if Markham isn't just acting alone? What if Martin Laurent is involved? We know Tracy is trying to contact Martin to find Markham. What if this entire thing is a massive, multi-layered trap? My brain is literally spinning like a ceiling fan on high speed. If Markham and Victor are plotting to kill Jack, they have to know that Jack is heavily guarded. Jack isn't just wandering around alone. He has security, he has his family. They have to isolate him. I am calling it right now. Markham is going to use Diane or Kyle as bait. He is going to lure Jack to some abandoned warehouse, because it is always an abandoned warehouse in this town. Seriously, does Genoa City have zero zoning laws? And Victor is going to fund the whole operation. Victor will provide the untraceable mercenaries, the secure communications, and the alibi. Markham will be the executioner. But Jack is not stupid. Jack is angry, yes. But he is a survivor. Could Jack possibly outsmart them? Imagine the plot twist if Jack already knows Markham is talking to Victor. What if Jack is playing 4D chess while Markham and Victor are playing checkers? I would literally ascend to a higher plane of existence if Jack turns the tables and traps them both. But let's be real. Victor Newman rarely loses. Besties, I am straight up exhausted from this emotional train wreck. I have been talking for what feels like hours. My iced coffee has completely melted into sad, watery milk, and my charcoal mask is permanently stained into my rug. But I do not care, because this situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. The impending murder of Jack Abbott by the unholy alliance of Dr. Lawrence Markham and Victor Newman is the most chaotic, unhinged, mind-blowing tea we have ever been served. I will be watching every single frame of this show like a hawk. If Victor twitches an eyebrow, if Markham adjusts his creepy glasses, I will be here to dissect it. We are officially on high alert, manifesting that Jack survives. But honestly, with the way things are going, we might be attending a very dramatic, very expensive Abbott funeral soon. Stay safe out there, besties. Trust no one. And remember, if a corrupt psychiatrist called you to plot a murder, just send it to voicemail. Bye.